GamerDude 2088, and today we're going to talk about TOT 100. Yes, 100. Finally, I have been able to clear TOT. Yes, it's happened. It's happened. It's a great feeling. It's a great moment. But we're going to first go over the boss's skills because looking back at it, I didn't pay any attention, but this stuff is quite important. So, I'm going to start with the third skill, protection of the light passive. It says, if HP drops below 15%, cast a shield over self every turn and grants immunity to poison. Alright, we're using Mario the Fire Kabir, so we don't care about poison. We're not bringing poison into the fight. And now it actually makes sense why I wasn't landing poisons. I mean, it was resistant anyway, and I'll get over that and get to that in a second. But definitely that's going to be like your main DPS in this fight, unless you got other stuff that you might be able to use or whatever. But we're bringing in parasites because that's important. And then the second skill, draining slash attacks all enemies and drains their life. Drain is 50% on attack. No wonder he one-shots my team when he does this. Yeah, that was pretty painful. And then the first skill attacks an enemy and stuns them for one turn, which sucks. But alright, I believe this boss is about 180 speed, so definitely want to be above that threshold. My opening for this, because I was really reliant on getting that first turn, even with my booster, it wasn't quite enough to get my turn so I can start laying in the CC on the boss, because the speed sinking just wasn't there with my team. So I needed staff to reduce turn bar. So if you're not rocking that Chimera build with that turn bar still, you slacking anyway. I mean, you should be running that period in all setups in this game, because that's the only one that's actually good. Hint, hint, it will be soft fixed staff. But coming to that fight, after that factor, George the Air Bassy is critically important. He's like the #1 staple unit, because he's going to keep the boss from pretty much dicking your team down, because that's exactly what this boss is going to do. The damage is outrageous. He's already really fast, so he's going to be laying the pipe. So if you're not coming in with 100% crit, forget about it. You're going to have a problem. Stuck. Figure it out. That kind of situation. So that's like the biggest things dealing with this boss. Is he's fast, making sure you have George, and making sure you have Mario. George for your CC and Mario for your DPS. You'll bring in Herman just to get past like the first preliminary stages, because wave 1 and 2, because you just need that to do that. So, and then your CDR, whoever that may be, you know, WHS is mine, and then your turn bar booster, which once again I'm using Green Lantern for mine because it's what I have, and I don't know any other way. But we are going to do some testing, just like I said in the TOT 90 video. We definitely going to do some testing later on, just to see if we can like manage these stages without having that unit for people that don't have those premium units. But in this fight, definitely didn't need super premium units. I mean, I brought in 3 2-stars just to do this fight, so it does say a lot for the setup and what you could possibly do yourself coming into this fight. So pay attention to my rambling, because this is another one of these videos where I kind of ramble about what I'm got going, what I need to do, and what is happening in the video. So without any further ado, all right, off to a good start, hopefully. Playing the blind, still didn't get the blind, so that's gonna be a problem. I got the turn bar perfect. This is gonna be really tight. He's resisting our poison and he resists the reset, so It's not good. We gotta get the blind or we're dead. We might still be dead. Oh my God. And we can't get the blind anymore. We barely survived that hit. And we're not landing any poisons, which is not good. So we can get the blind this way. And who we heal. So we just go here. Hopefully we can get at least one poison up. Or no poisons. But either way, it's critically important we stack. Alright, we're getting a decent amount of parasites. We can't really let the boss get like any turns, because he can easily one-shot us. We're close to. I kind of feel bad because I would love to do this as F2P as possible, but I mean, I couldn't. There's no way possible I was going to be able to do this without having Green Lantern. Like having the resets on the cooldowns, as well as having that turn bar boost, because I'm like I could use the Earth Fox, but won't have the resets, which I don't think is completely necessary, but it does help. It ensures victory. So I do feel bad about the people that don't have that unit, because it pretty much makes the team. Now I could later on, I mean, if I ever get monies to be able to get crystals to be able to just move Bliss around and try it, and that might be like months down the line with let's see, we can do this. We didn't get the turn bar. We might be in trouble here because he's gonna move. Oh, he went for Marzella, but he's dead now. He's dead. Alright, we did enough that he's dead, so if and whenever he gets another turn, that's it. Unless he wipes our team. Which is also possible. At this point, I think I can just hit the auto button. Yeah, and that's game. That's game time. GG. Alright. That was difficult. That was difficult. Definitely gotta talk more in depth about the strategy and everything, and what I did. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, you know, the units I bring. I was trying to make sure it was F2P as possible. I mean, I could have put in all my high-end units and practically tank my way for the most part, but I didn't want to go through that. But definitely having blind is a clutch, and bringing in George the Air Bassy, that's like critically important. So it was an interesting fight. Finally, I beat TOT Advance. I feel great 20 minutes later. So yeah, it's an amazing feeling. So let's go check out the units that I brought to this fight. And we're gonna start with our buddy George. Where George at? George, the Air Bassy. Now that I understand that passive kept me from landing poisons and George wasn't really able to lay in, it makes it even critical to have Mario in this fight. But we got George at 101 crit, which is critically important. Accuracy still not high as I would like it. I would like to get it to 100% as well, but good enough. He was the main reason why the turn bar from the staff was important, because he's just not in sync with 141 speed. If we could have got on, if we can get him to 160, that's the benchmark I'm shooting for my TOT units, is to get that 160 mark. It'll be so much better on this unit. I mean, like, the joys that will happen within me because of that. So it's something just for me to work towards, and a benchmark for you guys to really take into consideration when coming into these extremely difficult fights. Well, let's look at Herman. Even though Herman got one-shotted, and we probably should have died at that point when that happened, because we kind of missed a turn bar. I think he resisted at that point, but Herman, I mean, decent speed, not too far off from where we need to be. Once I max the one glyph, then that'll be done. But we'll be looking to get better glyphs, get an actual set on Herman, if we can get another precision set or a haste set, possibly something like that, and get more accuracy on Herman, because we want Herman really landing those freezes for when we need Herman in those in particular fights. But mostly he was just here for the first two waves, because on the boss, the only thing that he has importance on is landing the blind, and he didn't really do a great job of landing his blind on the boss. We had to rely on Mario to really lay in the blinds. And speaking of Mario, let's take a look at Mario here. Also needs to get that 160 speed mark, but his accuracy is on point, 140. Don't think you would need more than that in TOT Advanced. I'm not sure about Nightmare. I'm probably not even at Nightmare, but this is definitely like what you would shoot towards for like a maximum, maybe. I would have to do further testing just to really see, but in most cases he's not missing any parasites or anything like that. Every so often it happens, but definitely what you're shooting for and furthers that. And this is off of double precision, and as well as running 2 accuracy sets. So you know he's built to land his D-bus and do his passive DPS, since he's our DPS, and not built to survive, because he doesn't even have 10,000 HP and his defense is not all that high either. So getting hit is not an option. This is why we have to have the proper CC with all the turn bars still in, that is necessary for the fight to be successful. Now, WHS, I mean, there's not much more I could say about WHS other than she just do what she do. You know, give us the heals when we need it, but mostly there for the turn bar. Not the turn bar, but the skill reset. Just getting those skills out as efficiently and as quickly as possible. And making sure our team is generally above her speed threshold, because because of what she does. And then our final unit, the only 4-star we bring, which is the most important, and the one unit that is like, it just kind of hurts. It just kind of hurts for me to be like, yeah, I'm using this unit, and for people that don't have this unit, it's like, well, then what I supposed to do if I don't have this unit as well? And also not just the turn bar boosting, but the skill reset that's being provided, making the fight that much more easier. But I don't believe that that's just the case itself with this unit. So I have to, once again, do more testing to really see with other units what I'm capable of and doing. And I believe in this fight, I think I had his skills max, because I just max skilled him. But I think, yeah, for 100 I had the skill max. 90 his skills wasn't max. So I was running off of I think barely any skill ups. He didn't have any cooldowns on his third for 90, but 100 I believe. So if I recall, I don't know, because I like prior to this recording, I did this the same day today. So whatever that was, and we 10/27/2018 right now. But I think the 180 speed is about where the boss is. So me being 188 was like just enough to really get over there, but being around 140 is definitely not in sync. The boss will cut. So being about 160 will be good enough for the boss not to cut between any of my units, and we'll be able to just do what we gotta do to lay in the CC. So I got pretty lucky twice, and that's all I needed just to been able to get through the victory. So it doesn't take a lot because I don't have the greatest quality of glyphs, but decent enough to be able to do what needs to be done for us to be able to get the clears that we gotta get. And I mean, like, when I say I don't got the best quality of glyphs, look at that, I got a crit glyph on him, and I'm not building him for damage. He doesn't even get it. It's just the speed sub. That's it. But nah. But I do hope what I go through in this video was pretty helpful and beneficial for people that's trying to get past this. Hopefully, in these last couple days, you guys are able to pass, and if not, come December when this rotation come back around, you definitely be able to do it then, and I'll be able to provide even better content for you when that time comes. So until then, this is the Gamer Dude signing out. See you in the next TOT video. Deuces.